All right, let's see if y'all can see me, hear me, feel me, touch me, squeeze me. What was the Who song? All right. There we go. Lorna, I got you covered. Okay. So, all right. I can see me. Can y'all see me and hear me? Come on. All right. There you go. Harbor Prepper with a 5x5. Okay. Anybody else? Let's see. Highs. Johnny Finance 5x5. Robert Jacob. Cool. All right. No collar, no tie, no shades, no secret agent man. God, I thought y'all would like a laugh out of that one. That when I was talking to Angry Prepper about that yesterday, and I was like, this has got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And so I just had to, in my own way, call out the morons. But such is so. All right, thought that was fun. So I get the feeling it's going to be a interesting live stream tonight because just reading some of the comments for the last 15 minutes, you guys are on fire tonight. With very good reason, I guess. Today had to be one of the silliest days. I mean, I can't even remember all the stupid stuff that happened today. But the excitement around here, Mrs. P and I were picking corn. Yeah, I know. The 19th of July, and my corn harvest is done. So got a total about 100 ears of corn this year. So we froze 40 and we canned up the other 40, and the other 20 we've picked and it went into chili and stuff like that. So I've still got one more canner to do after this, but I didn't want to can during the live stream and have you guys listen to a canner rattling for an hour. So I'll just do it when we're done. So how about some of the stupidity today? I mean, the fun one, AOC and Ilhan Omar getting arrested. I think maybe we should take up a collection send them a loaf of bread and glass of water. I'm betting they're not going to spend as much time in jail as, I don't know, the 1-6 group, but, who knows? That's right. AOC should be happy she's behind a bar again. God. Then, of course, you had Joe. This was classic. Joe was giving a speech today, patting himself on the back because gas prices are down 34 days in a row. It's down 50 cents. That's about $25 a week in the people's pocket. I'm doing a great job. Somebody asked him, what about the $2.60 that's gone up since you've taken office? Walks away. Well, that's Putin's fault. That's big oil's fault. That's Congress's fault. That's climate change's fault. That's the dog on the street corner pissing on the lampost's fault. But it ain't but I'll take all the credit for the 50-cent drop. Moron. Then, of course, we had the explosion at Hoover Dam today in Nevada, Arizona. Well, it was on the Nevada side. So, but been there, so I know exactly where it is. Mountaintop Preps, you're supposed to be watching the video, not calling me. Silly. But so here it was, transformer blue, probably from the heat. Who knows if it was a water cooled something. Not an engineer, so don't, ask me whatever, the water. But the funniest thing I got about it was instead of, oh my God, there's an explosion and I'm standing on a dam, people whipped out their phones and started taking video. Now, I don't know about anybody else, but if I'm standing on a dam and there's an explosion nearby, I'm running my ass the other way. I told you what water did with my fire hose deal the other day, and that was just coming down. Can you imagine, even as low as Lake Mead is, be a great water slide. You won't do it twice. So, just, oh my God. And I mean, then all the other crazy crap that's coming. I can't even remember it all from today. I figure you guys will remind me as we're going, talk about some of the interesting stuff in the news, but yeah. So that was the extent of the fun today. But no, the best part of the day was seeing AOC walking with her hands behind her back, posturing for the cameras like she was in handcuffs. That was funny. Oh, look at poor little old me. And then somebody yelled her name and she waves. It's like, lady, we know, a box of rocks is smarter than you. We got it. Okay. The cop tells you to move 3 times and you don't. You're a member of Congress. You are supposed to set an example for people. If that's the example that you're setting, no wonder your district is so ridiculously poor. I just, I'm still, I'm waiting for 2024 because the funniest thing is going to be is if she decides to run for president, and damn well she's going to. And because of her Instagram and all this sort of stuff, she'll probably last, into the debates at least. I cannot wait to see her in a debate. I mean, give me a handle of whiskey to watch that one. Because if we turn it into a drinking game and every time she says something stupid, a case of beer wouldn't be enough. So, all right. Let's get into Q&A. There may be a whole lot of new people in here tonight. We had 1,800 new people subscribed to the channel yesterday, 1,801, which I know some of them because Patero was talking about one of my videos the other day, my No More Mr. Nice Guy. So people came over from there. They had said, I wonder how many people stuck around because of the secret agent video. But if you are new here, welcome to the family. No, I am not a secret agent, and no, I don't sit around in a shirt and tie. I had to run around the house trying to figure out where the hell my ties were. Okay. I had no idea. I have a white shirt that stays in the closet, but my ties, those were put away somewhere. I eventually found them. So that was it. Don't wear those anymore. Don't need them. Haven't worn a tie in a few years. All right. So as like every other channel on YouTube, if you have a question for me, please put it in all caps. That's what I'm scrolling through, laptop right below me here so I can read the comments. And I'm looking for caps. Okay. Please feel free to have conversations amongst yourselves. Just do that in lowercase. If you got questions, I get to as many as I can. Pretty much no topic off limits. Just stay away from the YouTube taboo subjects, which if anybody's talking about the 2020 election anymore or the ingredients to the COVID shot, okay, get with the times here. So we're okay. So we should be pretty good on everything being all right. My moderators, though, are very good about keeping the riffraff out of here, okay? We don't support any of these fraud channels. We don't talk bad about any other channels, but we certainly don't support the ones that are fake preppers. Let's leave it at that, okay? That don't have a clue what they're talking about, but fake it all the time. If you want to talk about video games, go to a video game channel because you don't know what the hell you're talking about in regards to prepping. But that's beside the point. All right. Keep it clean. PG-13, guys. Every once in a while, language gets a little salty. I've said many times, your 13-year-old has heard it, said it. Your 6-year-old, I don't want to be the contributor to the delinquency of a minor here. So, yeah, 6-year-old probably not in the room. Just saying. So, all right, let's get into some Q&A. I start at the top, work my way down, guys. I get way behind, so if you haven't heard your question answered, I may not have gotten to it yet. I will say this, because of the amount of questions that we get in here, try to have your question posted by about 8:30, because by the time we get to 9 o'clock, that's about where I am. I may get to 8:35, something like that. You post a question at 10 minutes to 9, guaranteed I'm not saying it. So, all right, let's get into this. And we're off. Yeah. Ray J, the only president to lower gas 50 cents in 1 month. Yeah. Flint McRock. Last time I went to Hoover Dam, I couldn't get any damn bait. Actually, the fishing in Lake Mead is really good, especially if you like go striper fishing. There's huge stripers out there in Lake Mead. So I had fun fishing Lake Mead. Thing that drove me nuts is every time you wanted to go to Lake Mead, you had to pay a National Park Services fee. It was like, really? Come on. Judith and Dan Davis, did you see my email I sent of the trucker at the gas pumps where there was no death? Excuse me. Yes, I did. And that's going to get very interesting. Now some of this stuff is going to start hitting home, guys. We've been talking about diesel exhaust fluid. We've been talking about fuel prices and things like that. And up until now, we've been talking about it, but saying this is what's coming. And now it's starting to hit. And people are going to wake up and go, oh, really? Maybe it wasn't a conspiracy theory. No, dumbass. It hasn't been a conspiracy theory since we've been talking about it, since the community's been talking about it for, I don't know, 20 some odd years. Okay. You want to know what's really going on? Stop listening to MSM. You're going to get a lot more out of prepper channels who actually pay attention to what's going on in the world than you are by MSM, who's more worried about clicks than anything else. Yeah, Jay Myers, there you go. Common sense explosion. I'm gone, but today's idiots, let's videotape it. Yeah. All right. Because, hey, maybe I can get a video that'll go viral. Ooh. Your 15 seconds of fame, big deal. Melody Eller, did I hear anything about Potato signing an executive order on climate change tomorrow? Yeah, I talked about that in my lunchtime video today about what Ed Markey is pushing for this climate change emergency, and Biden's going to sign it. This is going to be something that is going to be devastating for gas prices. So all Joe sitting here going, hey, look at me, gas prices are down 50 cents. Stop drilling in federal land. Guess what? They're going back up, guys. This is what I said in that video, where inflation is here to stay. Okay, there were a lot of reasons that I pinned down in there for you guys. Mama Bear, do you think we will fully shut down? No fuel, no food, no future. Okay, and I figured maybe this is what you're coming up with, the topic. Rudy, Alaska Prepper, put out a video today, and I watched it. A few of you guys asked me about it in email. All that stuff that he talked about in there about Class S people and Class C people, and there's going to be 7 or 8 million people. And this isn't Rudy saying this. This was some guy, Gabriel or whatever, being interviewed. Okay, supposedly some white hat hacker talking about the New World Order, the World Economic Forum, the Great Reset, everything like that. And I'll tell you this, and this has been my quote forever. It's like communism. It works great on paper. All right. The problem is when they start putting in the realities to it, it's not possible. All right. No, I don't think we're going to go into a full shutdown. No food, no fuel, no nothing, because the people won't put up with that again. Okay. We went through that once, and everybody thought, hey, this is a great novelty. I get to stay home from work and whatever. I don't have to pay my rent. And, and after about 2 or 3 weeks, most people were like, this sucks. I need to go to the store. I'd like to see my friends, do whatever. They're not going to be able to shut us down completely. They may try. They may come up and say, we're doing a national shutdown. It's, everybody's got to follow Dr. Fraudchi again, and, whatever would be. The people are going to say, just like they did with you need to wear 2 masks, 3 masks, 12 masks, whatever, you to cancel Christmas. People are like, get bent. Okay. the same thing again. We're not going to do it again. The people will not do it. Look at all the revolts that are going on in the world right now. You know, you've got Netherlands, you've got Norway, you've got Germany, you've got Sri Lanka. You know, I'm going to tell you about Aussie Cossack being in jail. Uh, go down to South America, look at what's going on in Panama. You know, there's Central America. The people are just like, no, you are not doing this to us. And this is what Rudy's video was talking about. It's like 7 or 8 million people are gonna control the world, and they're gonna take everything away from you, and you're not going to be able to barter, and they're going to confiscate your property and all this sort of stuff. And it sounds great. It sucks. I mean, it sounds great for the 7 or 8 million people. For the other 7.96 billion of us, no, it sounds like it sucks. But you know, you put this stuff on paper, it's like communism. It doesn't work. How are 7 or 8 million people, 1/10 of 1% of the world, going to control billions of people? Has anybody looked at the size of, oh, I don't know, Russia, the United States, China, Brazil? You know, let's talk about some of the big countries. Let's talk about Alaska, all right? You know, you ever driven across the United States? If you drive during daylight hours, it takes you 5 days to go from coast to coast. Okay? You want to haul ass, you can probably do it in 3. You want to be part of the, what the hell was that race? The Cannonball Run or something like that. Okay, maybe you can make it in 30 hours or whatever the record is. I don't know. But, you know, this is a big freaking country. And we're also armed. Okay. Now, in the video, he said, oh, they have a plan for preppers. What? You know, I don't know. You know, we're coming to confiscate your house. You better send a freaking army to do it. Okay. Because all I can tell you is this: there ain't a single person that I know of anywhere near me who's going to go, oh, okay, here are the keys. You know, if it starts 8 miles from here on the main road, trust me, all the rest of us are going in there going, you ain't coming any further. Don't even try it. So I do not see any sort of shutdowns, because the people will not have. The people will speak loudly, very loudly. And you know, you can only push people so far. And eventually they say no. And I mean, what's going to happen? Joe Biden going to stomp his fist and throw a little temper tantrum and say, you need to do this. The military will tell him to go fly a kite. Most police will tell him to go fly a kite. Okay. There ain't a cop around here who would enforce any sort of mandates like that. You know, I mean, I wouldn't doubt that 2/3 of the NYPD wouldn't. Okay. You know, maybe the Capitol Police would, but hell, DC is what, 98% more, I mean, Democrat. So Moonlight Gardner, thank you for the super chat. And yes, I like to throw a laugh in there, because it's the only thing being insane is the only thing that keeps me sane. So, all right. So there's a long answer to your question, Mama Bear. John saying buffering bad. My screen looks fine. Okay. Guys, somebody tell me if I'm still 5x5 here or whatever, because I can see it on the phone. If you guys are hearing me, or if I'm badly buffering, because I'll change the internet. Okay, so, yeah, all right, everybody's saying 5x5. Okay, thank you. Flint McRock, I worked out in 100-degree heat all day, trying to replace my fluids with beer now. There you go. I'll do my Yingling, my red, white, and blue, support the veterans Yingling. Okay, still can't get a line in Google. Y'all know me. All right. J.S. Thomas, any tips on getting green beans to set on? Lots of blooms and no beans. I'm going to give you this. I had no problem with my bush beans this year. None. My pole beans, the plants look gorgeous. There's no freaking beans on there. There's like 4 or 5. This is it, you know. And I've got scarlet runner beans that I'm growing. The plants look great. No beans. I don't know what. Could it be, I don't know, aluminum coming out of the sky? It's possible. You know, don't know. So it just could be a shitty year for beans. I know it's been a crap year for okra around here. Get down south, it's been a garbage year for corn. Up here it was fine. Okay. But, a lot of it depends on where you are. I mean, every year you're going to have a crop or two that is just going to fail. That's what I said. You have to count every year on 10 to 20% loss. Okay. Something's not going to work. But no, I don't have any answers. I'm sorry. I wish. I think rocks are more intelligent than AOC. Yeah, you and me both, brother. Let's see. Rob S. Pinball, when do you think gold and silver will show their true value? Okay, there is so much market manipulation going on right now in the precious metals market. It's unbelievable. The countries around the world are stockpiling gold, physical gold, not paper gold. Okay, let me give you the paper gold is when you go and buy in your investment account, buy me 2 ounces of gold, and your broker, your Schwab account or Ameritrade or whatever the hell it is, and you have 2 ounces of gold. You do not have it physically. What you have is a promissory note for gold. Okay, that's paper gold. Real gold, the physical stuff that you hold in your hand. That's the problem. There is so much paper gold in the market right now, there isn't enough physical gold to call it all in. But the traders and everything like that are going nuts with the paper gold, trading this back and forth, and that's manipulating the price. The physical stuff eventually is going to come to play, because you're buying, think about buying futures or something like that, what a farmer does. Okay, farmer sells corn futures, if you will, or buys corn futures. They're betting on what the price is going to be at the end of the season. There is no season on gold. Okay, but eventually everything has to get delivered. When that does, you are going to see this, because all those people that own paper gold, somehow somebody's going to have to get it to them, and they're going to have to buy it at market price. That will destroy the banks. That will destroy the brokerage firms, guys. That's what you're seeing in the gold and silver market right now is what will bring the banks down. Daniel Ashley, thank you for the super chat. Rehypothecation. There you go. All right, let's keep going here. Prep rebel, that's why I drank moonshine. There you go. Lucky Dame says, do not spam the chat with emojis, folks. Thank you. Yes, that is appreciated here. It makes it hard for everybody to see what's going on. The mods, all 5 of them do excellent work keeping the crap out of here. And, if there's all sorts of emojis and everything like that, it makes it harder for them to do their job. It makes it a little harder for me to find the stuff I'm looking for, too. Diane says the secret agent video was so funny. That was the idea, guys. It was supposed to give everybody a laugh. It was supposed to stick a finger in all the trolls' eyes, but it was also supposed to give you guys a laugh. So, Rob asks, Pinball, if you had shaved, I would have believed you were a secret agent. There you go. Yeah, no, the beard's real, guys. Okay, it's like Donald Trump's hair. Yes, I can pull on it. When this beard is gone, that means you better have a gas mask on. Okay, that's about it. Weird Jasper, hello from India. I love you, Pinball. Okay, let's... like is good enough. Let's see. Narrowways Farm, declaring a climate emergency. What does that mean? That means they want to put the Defense Production Act into play. That basically it's okay. What they're trying to do is just like, when a couple of years ago with COVID, where they put the Defense Production Act into play for all the companies to convert from making whatever their product was to making ventilators. It's the same thing. They want the Defense Production Act to be put into place, so all these companies are forced by the government to start making wind turbines, solar panels, whatever the hell it would be. Okay, no longer make their regular product. It means it's, massive pork, spending government money, which they don't have, spending your tax dollars that they're borrowing on. And like I said earlier, the Ed Markey plan of let's stop drilling. This is, you got to understand, and I've said this a few times, the left is in panic mode, guys. They know they are going to get their ass handed to them in November. Rick Scott, senator from Florida, came out today and said the GOP is expecting to gain 6 seats in the Senate. Okay, that'd make it 56-44. That would be a big swing. If they could gain 4 more after that, all bets are off. All right, so we'll see what happens there. But the Democrats are trying to do anything and everything they can to push their radical agenda through before they lose control of Congress. Mark my words, after the November elections, they are going to do whatever they can to pack the Supreme Court. Okay. That hopefully you have a Joe Manchin, a Kirsten Sinema say, not happening. Okay. But a lot of them they got nothing to lose. They know they're going to lose their seat in the House, lose their seat in Congress, or they're retiring because they know they lose. And so they're like, hell, throw the baby out with the bathwater at this point. I'll vote for anything that's radical as hell. Going hot. Good afternoon from Kenai, Alaska. There we go. Jay Myers, with a white shirt and tie and aviator glasses, you could have passed for a Biden impersonator. No, I have hair. And I don't fall out of my chair or off a bicycle or up the stairs or, let me shake your hand. No, sorry. This thing still works. So, yeah, no, I wouldn't be a Biden impersonator whatsoever. Kelly Ross, thank you for the super chat. Greatly appreciated. Jurassic Pork Chop, will I hold a drawing for a free solar generator tonight? Let me cheat so I can win one. Nope, no, nothing yet. Though I have talked to Elliot, and we are trying to figure out what the next thing is going to be. So I have an idea what's coming up. It's probably not a generator, so it'd be something kind of cool. Paula Hoskins, will they allow Biden to finish his term? It's going to be interesting. There was, I read this somewhere today. You always have all the speculation. And even now that the New York Times and the mainstream media and stuff like that is starting to throw Joe under the bus, you wonder how long it is until the DNC says, okay, time to move. But I'm going to give you a little speculation here. They're more than willing to let the Republicans do the dirty work. Because I've said many times, come Inauguration Day, the next day, there's articles of impeachment on the Florida House. There's so many crimes that have been committed by Joe already while he's been in office, or at least by his administration. He doesn't even know. Joe's still trying to figure out where his crayons are. But the Democrats are probably going to let the Republicans push him out, which means Kamala Harris is president, if that doesn't scare the living crap out of you. Okay. For the longest time, the rumor was she'd make Hillary the VP. Well, now the latest talk, the latest buzz behind the curtain is that if Joe steps down or is removed or whatever it would be, Kamala Harris would bring in Gavin Newsom as the VP. Now, Newsom's already kind of hinting around he's going to run in 2024. So, things to pay attention to. Of course, then you also have, the true Jurassic Pork Chop, Stacey Abrams. No, that'd just be Jurassic Pork. Her talking about, I love this. She's running for governor. She's going to lose. Okay, not that I'm a Brian Kemp fan, but she'll lose. But she's already talking about running for president in 2024. You're running for governor in 2022. Here's another one who's never accomplished anything in her life, and for some reason she has a platform. It's like Beto O'Rourke. You're why? Why do people even give these morons the time of day? Bees nuts. Haven't seen you in a while. I'm getting exhausted with all the stress of the downturn of our society and country. How do you keep a positive outlook and keep moving forward with prepping? Good point. You have to have an outlet, guys. Okay, you cannot do this 24/7. It's not healthy. All right, you've got to do something fun. Now, for me, working in the garden is a lot of fun. I love working in my yard. All right, planting flowers. I like building stuff. I like creating things. Okay, whether it's building chairs or cabinets or how I'm going to uh, landscape around the pond or whatever it will be. That's my outlet. Something I can do with my hands. Get my hands all blistery and cut up and everything like that. That's my outlet. You got to get your mind off of it. Because if you sit in front of the computer all day or sit in front of the news all day or worry about this, you will drive yourself insane and you will not be productive. Go fishing, go, I'd say more than take a walk, go play with the dog, do something, go watch a movie, go bowling, whatever turns you on, go play cards, get away from it. And, then you can come back and you'll be a little refreshed. That's the only thing I can say. I mean, I have fun doing this. I live streams are my favorite thing to do out of everything in YouTube. I enjoy making the videos and reading all the comments and getting the emails and everything like that. But I love the live streams most because it's my chance to one-on-one interact with you guys. And that's what keeps me sane. I'll give you a perfect example. I was telling you about doing all the corn, right? Somebody on my chili video the other day when I was cutting corn kernels off the cob said, "Oh, get out a bunt pan and do that." So I did. If that ain't the most brilliant idea I've ever heard, I mean, I'm just like, there's my nice bowl of corn. I mean, that's why I enjoy this. I learn a lot. I'm a sponge for information. I love to learn stuff. And when people throw ideas like that at me, I'm like, this is cool. So, but do something besides prep. Do something besides watch the news or watch prepper videos or listen to me or do anything like that. Go out and enjoy life while you have it. Because none of us are promised tomorrow, guys. The balloon could go up tonight. Sharps Chapel could get hit with a nuclear bomb and I'm done. Okay. But at least I had some fun today. Michelle, thank you for the super chat. So that's the thing, yeah, the world sucks. I'm not going to be here forever. I'm going to make the most of what I got while I am here, but I'm also going to make sure that I can make the most of what I have tomorrow and the next day and the next day. All right. We're going to shoot to the bottom and then I got to scroll back up. Okay. So we'll see what I miss. Hopefully there's not much. Okay. If we have an election. Yes, I know a lot of people saying the same thing. If there is an election, I know, I get it. There's was it House Bill 4065, which is somehow, some way trying to put in martial law. Yeah, as we get closer, we'll pay attention to it. You want to see riots in this country? Let Joe try to declare martial law. Okay. Let him try to cancel the elections. Holy crap. I just saw Maurice has hit the thumbs up over 2,000 in the room. It's like 2,100 people in here. I think the only time we've ever passed 2,000 before today was on the night we were having a giveaway. So thank you guys. I feel honored. Okay. When you said secret agent, you might as well have said secret squirrel. That's what I know. I went and watched Angry Prepper's video and he's like, "Hey, secret squirrel," or he has a secret squirrel or something like that. It's funny. Arizona Prepper Jules, the end is near, folks. Get out your sandwich board. The end of the world is nigh. Guys, it will end one day. Does anybody know what day it is? No, I don't care. Read the Mayan calendar, read whatever. Nobody can tell you with any sort of accuracy what the last day of the world is. There will be one. We just don't know what day it will be. Jay Meyer's bill was passed for same-sex marriage. That's old. I mean, we've had, gay marriage has been allowed in most states in the country for at least 10 years. Not a big deal. I just want equal rights this way, because you will have divorce too. So, make sure that those divorce hearings work the same way they work for heterosexual marriages, just saying. Dan Hunsinger, thank you for the super chat. Should you lease solar panels in San Diego? No. Why? I mean, solar panel, I'm assuming you're talking about hard panels that you're going to put on your roof. Those companies that tell you, you can do this and you're paying us the same amount that you'd pay your electric company, everything like that, and just think, blah, blah, you're going green and all, it's a great sales point. I want to give you something here that most people don't know about those deals. You can't sell your house. You are in a non-transferable contract with those solar companies. If you want to sell your house, you have to outright buy those solar panels off the top of your or from the top that are on the top of your house from this company. Okay? Because you can't transfer the lease to the next owner of the house. That's the one thing they don't tell you. Do not ever get involved in one of those things. You have now handcuffed yourself and really screwed yourself financially, because you can't ever own them unless you pay an exorbitant amount of money to get out of that lease. Didn't know that one, huh? And I have a mind. Thank you, Rooster. Yes, it works. Booktube Becca, did I hear about the Transformer Blue at Hoover Dam? Yeah, we talked about that at the top of the show. Patty K, will preps matter if they go to digital currency? Absolutely. Okay, and this goes back to what they were saying in what that interview that Rudy was talking about was saying today. It's like, barter will be illegal. How? How are you going to make me go up the mountain and tell mountaintop preps, hey, I got a bunch of pickles, you got a bunch of eggs, let's swap? How are they going to make that illegal? Are you literally, do they honestly think they're going to have a cop standing on every street corner in the world, literally, okay, making sure nobody trades anything? How good will our preps be if we go to digital currency? Our preps will be worth more, because when you talk about this digital currency and this UBI for the world or whatever it would be, all those people that don't have anything, they got nothing. They got the $1,000 or whatever it would be that they get in their UBI. Fine, you get the $1,000 too, and you've got all that food. What do these elites think they're going to do? Hit the entire world with some Agent Orange to kill all the plants? Really? This is what I'm saying. This is why it doesn't work. They want to go to digital currency, go to digital currency. And everybody that says, no, we're going to stick with dollars, you can't. It's not an official currency. Doesn't matter, guys. Okay? The government does not decide what the people want to do. If the U.S. government decides tomorrow morning we're all going to FedCoin, that's great. We go to FedCoin. Except if the person at the local gas station or local convenience store or whatever says, I'll take dollars, then my dollars are worth something. That's it. They think they control everything. They don't. This is it. You and me have the control. They don't. They don't realize that. They can make all the decisions in the world, but unless you and I and everybody else in the country and the world agree to abide by them, they mean nothing. Okay? Simple as that. Well, we're going to arrest you if you use dollars. Good freaking luck. Okay? Again, there's 330 million of us. The United States has God knows how many square miles in it. There's no way you can track it all. It's just not possible. You know, it's again, it's like communism. It works great on paper. It doesn't take into effect the human being. No, I'm sorry. If something else will be, I mean, if they decide the only thing that's worth money is Fed coin or whatever it is, unless I agree to that, no, it's not. If I decide and my next door neighbor decides that we're going to trade with each other and our currency is going to be cherry tomatoes, then that's the currency. Simple as that. You know, the only reason that any fiat currency has any value is because you and I agreed that it does. For 50 years, our money hasn't been backed by precious metals. It's backed by the full faith and credit of the United States. How much faith do you have in the United States? How much? How much credit does the United States have? Too much. Okay. So it's backed by nothing. A dollar bill in your pocket is backed by Joe Biden. Does that make you feel better? Okay. That's, because the government says it's worth something and you agree to it, therefore it has worth. Once you stop agreeing and everybody else stops agreeing, they have no power. Jurassic Pork Chop. I wish there'd be a drawing for a tank of gas. Talk to me in about 15,000 subscribers. Janet, we the people. Will the solar generators power a window air unit? Maybe. Okay, and I say that for a reason. It depends on how big the window air unit is, and it depends on which generator. Now, the Delta Pros I have, yeah, that'll power a big one, no big deal. The 1300s, maybe a small one. But, you got to look at what wattage that the AC unit uses and then what wattage that the generator pumps out. So there's the issue. However, hold that thought for a couple of weeks. I got something interesting to show you. Stolen Soul 69. Pinball, you're demented but social. You crack me up. Yeah, like I said, my insanity is the only thing that keeps me sane. So we have to have fun doing this, guys. Yes, what we do is extremely serious. No question. Okay. But we can't become so serious that we lose our humanity. We have to have some fun with it. Okay. So please. Jasper, thank you for the super chat, and you're welcome for the humor. It's necessary for me. I gotta laugh about some of this stuff, otherwise it will melt my brain. Can anybody say Blues Brothers? Funny story I will give you. Okay, this was back, oh God, it has to be early 2000s. And I was married to my ex and living up in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And for those of you that know the area, her mother has a cottage up on Loon Lake outside of Columbia City. And every year on 4th of July, they do a boat parade, or did a boat parade. And everybody decorate their boats with whatever would be, and go around the whole lake, and all the houses would vote on whoever the winner was. Well, one year, my ex's aunt decided to come up with the theme of red, white, and blues. And so I played Elwood. My ex's uncle played Jake, and all the other members of the family played all the other cast in the Blues Brothers, okay, between Aretha Franklin and God knows what. And so we were all in costume, and it was white shirt, black tie, black coat, fedora, sunglasses, and shorts. Okay. Because we're on a boat. Well, needless to say, we won the boat parade and even wound up on the front page of July 5th's paper with it. So it was fun. So that was it. Yeah. So I've played Elwood before. Didn't have the beard at the time. Let's see. Rice-A-Roni Gavin was meeting with Kamala and Jill this week. Oh, look at that. And combined, there were 2 brain cells in the room. Tim Peters, Farm and Garden, Pinball. I found gold, but they want, I'm assuming that's 2,300 per ounce. Silver, 33. Okay, either way, tell them to go get bent. So gold is running low 1700s right now. Even with a premium, you're still paying just under 1,800 bucks. I wouldn't pay more. Silver, they're trying to put a 50%. Silver's what, 21 and change, somewhere thereabouts. I didn't look today. You're maybe paying 23. So yeah, if they want that, tell them to put it where the sun don't shine. Last Boy Scout cannot have a president and VP both from California. Sure he could. Okay, there's no law that says the president and vice president cannot be from the same state. So, yes, you can. Susan Lathrop, you gave me nightmares with the Harris as president's statement and Newsom as VP. Well, that was a really short nap. Buzzard Forever, please don't scare us with the Kamala talk. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Beta O'Rourke. There you go, Lucky Dame. That's about the truth. Let's see. Oh, you guys like my Jurassic Pork comment? Let's see. Mama Preps 4. I just took 7 quarts of strawberry pie filling out of the canner. I got another canner full of beef. It's that, depending on where you are, guys, it's canning season. So for me, I know it's like nonstop all day long. It's like, I went out, to give you this. I went out today and harvested 300-400 cherry tomatoes. One of my neighbors were out and was like, hey, you want some cherry tomatoes? And gave him about half of them. Bunch of green peppers, bunch of pickles, bunch of banana peppers, bunch of Marconi peppers, cucumbers. What else did I get? What else is in there? Oh, yeah, my acorn squash, more of that delicata squash. Yeah, I got to do something with it. I didn't even touch the big tomatoes today. I got all that I got to do tomorrow. It's like you're trying to keep up with the garden. I know you guys are all doing the same thing. Let's see. Oh, that sounds good. Reppin' and preppin'. Pressure canning bison chili while I listen. That sounds good. Flint McRock. Yes, very excellent comment. Look for the silver lining every day. That's it, guys. As bad as shit can get in anybody's life, and we've all been through the ups and downs of life, there's always something good to look at. I don't care how bad it is. If you're getting strapped to the electric chair, there's still something good in your life that you can look at. Focus on that. And Prepping for Heaven says pray every day, and there's absolutely one good thing we can look at every day. Fed Up American. We love everything you do for the community. I try, guys. I try to do what I can do and try to help as many people as I can, because I want to see us all come out the other side. I don't want to see us all have to deal with this crap. And anything that you guys can do that helps me is greatly appreciated. Anything that I can do that helps you, makes my heart feel good. Rooster, get a good dog. Best friend you will ever have. Yep, I will pretty much agree. Mrs. P's right there too. So, but no, yes, you know me and dogs. Let's see, and we're gonna shoot to the bottom. Oh, Katie K says she's got 510 chili in a canner right now. Look out! All right, Southpaw. Thank you for the super sticker. I think thoughts on Trump being a plant. No. I've heard this. It's like, oh, Trump's a plant by Russia. Trump's a plant by the Vatican, whatever. Yeah. Trump is the only president since Reagan that I would say truly loves this country. Was in it for the country, not in it for himself. Because I do believe the guy when he said he was losing money being president as opposed to being in business. Yeah, I kind of believe that out of him. Darlene Carter, can you legally shoot down a drone flying on your property? I don't know. That's a good question. I I personally don't see why you couldn't, because you own not just the land, you own the vertical space too. Okay, so it is, I forget what it is. It's up to 100 feet or something like that. You own vertical space. Yeah, I think you could, because hey, they've got a camera on there, and they're trying to film me taking a shower or something. No, I have a right to privacy, right? Okay, if I have a right to privacy, you don't have a right to look at it. And the one thing that drones are very common for having is cameras on them. New England Prepper 23. What are my thoughts on gold backs? I think it's a waste of money. Okay, they're neat. They're a neat novelty and everything. But if you look at the amount of gold that is actually in a gold back and what you are paying for it, you're paying for the novelty. You're not paying for the gold. It's not worth having. I did a video on this, God, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that. And you're literally paying 2.5 times the price of gold for a gold back. It's just, you're better off buying grams of gold. Yeah. Ann Palmer, going back to what we said, money is what a community will accept. Poverty Point Indians traded rocks. That's the thing. You look at throughout time, seashells have been used as money, salt has been used as money, grapes have been used as money. It's whatever everybody else agrees on is a common currency. And, a piece of paper with a dead president's face on it just happens to be what we all agree right now is currency. That can stop tomorrow. It doesn't take the government. If the American public says, you know what, we don't want to use dollars anymore, we want to trade in cucumbers instead, guess what? That's the end. It's what that's the thing people don't understand. We all think, oh, we're forced to do this. We're not forced to do anything. It's just what we blindly accept. Off the wall prepper, thank you for the super sticker, and video was great. Had me rolling on the floor. I'm a plant. Yeah, there you go. Seriously though, the funny part of that video, I had to throw it in for some of my neighbors, because when we moved here, some of the neighbors actually thought, when they saw the Nevada license plates and everything, thought we were here in the witness protection program. So I had to throw that one in there for them too. Phoenix Fire, what's the trick for Brussels sprouts? Mine sprouted but didn't Brussels. I don't know where you are, but they are cold weather crops. So unless you're probably in Alaska, this is not the time to grow them. These are Brussels sprouts, a real early spring, real late plant. They're like your cabbage, like your broccoli, like your cauliflower. Those are one of the very first things you get in the spring, and you'd be harvesting those. You should have long since harvested them. D Freak, is it only Oregon that requires you to pay taxes on barter? I wouldn't know. Couldn't even begin to guess and prove it. That's, how do you know? I traded pickles for eggs. No, I'm not paying taxes on it. Prove it. It's dumb. It's like going back to Chicago decades ago. They had a personal property tax, and they'd send the tax collector to your house, wanting to come in the house to inventory everything that you had in the house so they could send you your tax bill on your personal possessions. Nobody answered the door. It was the end of that tax. Prepper Book Club. Have I seen the Biden bike challenge? Is that who can stay, vertical the longest, or what? I did notice. Did you guys see today? This was the other funny one I forgot. On Google Maps, if you want to go, look up where Brandon Falls is. It's the location where Joe fell off his bike. It's been named on Google Maps as Brandon Falls. Thought that was classic. Prepping for heaven. I have faith in God and absolutely none in the government. Right there with you, sister. Let's see. For the doggies guitars. Hey, there's somebody I haven't seen in a while too. Hey, Pinball, going to the Motley Crue Stadium tour. It is a 1987 summer. What's my favorite 80s rock band? Okay, so my favorite. So I'm guessing this would be my favorite hair band. I mean, because my favorite rock band is AC/DC, and they were in their heyday in the 80s. My Motley Crue would be one of them. Maybe Cinderella would be another one. Yeah, I'd say it'd be between one of those two, either Motley Crue or Cinderella. Mrs. Z or Miss Z, you mentioned 2 online stores you use for ammo. I believe one was Freedom Munitions. What was the other? Midway USA. Holy crap, it's 8:56. K-Rec, how am I liking the 12 C-Van solar panels? I think they're great. They stand up better than the EcoFlow ones themselves. They're less expensive than pretty much anything else for the size, and I mean, quality and performance, I haven't seen anything that I'd even consider buying that would be better at this point. Okay, where are we going? Lorna's Pinball showed that Blues Brothers picture on a prior live stream. That's right, I did, didn't I? Okay, yeah. Permaculture 7, is there still time to build a small tiny house, chicken coop, etc. homestead? Yes, absolutely. I mean, there's always going to be time to do it, okay? But as Ben Franklin said, never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. If that's what your dream is, if that's what your goal is, get started, because you can procrastinate yourself, was it paralysis by analysis? Oh, I'll get to it. Oh, I'll get to it. Oh, I'll get to it. And the next thing you know, a year's gone by and you haven't done anything. And if you would have done it, you'd been done. So, yeah. Southern Prepper 3, I saw something come by and on the phone, and I didn't see it on the, there it is. I had me at the start of the video today. There you go. Thank you for the super sticker. I'm guessing you meant yesterday afternoon's video, though, because yeah, today's ones were straightforward. Yesterday's ones were pulling everybody's leg. Let's see. I'm gonna find where it was again. Jay Myers, they make shotgun shells with a net in them for drones. I have heard of those, yes. I think, turkey shot works good too. Yeah. Joshua Melby, you cannot shoot down a drone in Kentucky. Okay. Short Bus Kid 68. Will Mr. T be Speaker of the House? No. That he's actually already answered that. He said he's got no, because you can be appointed Speaker of the House. You don't even have to be a member of the House to be Speaker, just so you guys know this. You can be appointed to be Speaker of the House, and Trump has already said he has no interest in doing that whatsoever. All right, one more here. Healthy disrespect for authority. How's Mrs. P feeling? Did she try the onion thing? She's feeling better. She was out helping me with corn and everything like that today. She's probably 98, 99% now. Just, she's trying to get caught up on the sleep now. It was like I went to bed last night and she had passed out, probably about 9 o'clock or whatever it was. And she was still snoring away this morning at 6. So, she got some sleep, but she needs to rest, but she's up. So, all right, guys, 'tis 9 o'clock, Angry Prepper time. So y'all have a great evening and we will see you in the morning. Pinball out.